Hello everyone, welcome to the episode 2 of whatever that is. My journal of pain, my journal of grief and sorrow. Nothing good here, nothing productive, just venting. Just venting around and expressing my pain. So, for the first time in my life, the age of 29, just amidst my collapse, I have witnessed for the first time in life death of a person who was my everything, the only person I did care about really. I've been an asshole many times. I've been an asshole about death of random no names, about death of people who were close to my colleagues, who were even my own colleagues and known people. I've been an asshole really, because before that, every time I have been informed about the demise of someone I knew. All I felt was, you wouldn't like it, you wouldn't like to hear it, but all I felt was a relief. Because mostly people who did decease were people that I was uncomfortable with. These were people that I would like to go, that I did tolerate but did not really like, and at the same time I really been an asshole about the life in general, the meaning, the purpose of life, of human life, and the value of it. Did not value that at all. I did consider that all pure suffering, that whenever it ends, it's a relief. It's a good thing that kinda sets you free. Yeah, that was an attitude, the real attitude of this particular person. It's difficult to say how horrible what is. Yeah, it's really difficult to express the depth of being wrong about it. Because for the first time ever, at the age of 72, at the age of 75, at 22nd of October 2025, my grandpa passed away. My grandpa is the person who made me who I am. My grandpa is a person with a really difficult life, from the Soviet Union to the independence, from the top to the bottom, then back to the top, then back to the bottom. he was among many things. He was a great engineer. He was a hard-working manual labor professional whenever life demanded that. He would always take any job that would provide for the family, even if this job sucked, even if this job really was soul-crushing experience, such as at some point even, you know, picking grass on the railway stations. Yeah, something as senseless and also difficult. He would take it either way because it paid just enough to survive, because nothing else was available. He would take even the job to take care of the railway station. At some point he did take the job of watching over the cemetery. At some point he did take the job in the coal mines. All while being really good engineer, aircraft engineer in the past. Yeah, his only dream was to fly, his only dream was to board the combat unit of an airplane, like an assault airplane, and to fly. That dream did not really come true, because at some point he was offered another position. In the army, he was offered to get specialized in the helicopters, to be a helicopter pilot. But he was so adamant about flying assault airplanes that he refused that offer. He did really regret it, because flying a helicopter is not a bad thing at all. But yeah, young and stupid, passionate heart of a guy who had just one dream. And he refused the opportunity that was just one tier below what he originally wanted. Either way, it was a long career. It was a lot of highs and downs. Again, at some point he used to make a salary that was about 6 to 7 times higher than average in the Soviet Union. They were really well off. They bought a house, they bought another apartment, all over the place. He had like, his family had like 3 or 4 properties at some point. Again, with the collapse of Soviet Union and the disaster that came afterwards, he lost really much due to many unfortunate events, family events, geopolitical and political stuff, property management, which again After the collapse of Soviet Union, all the institutions that guaranteed property rights kinda collapsed. So it was really easy to lose something, to lose access to something where you are not physically present at the moment. Yeah, it was a chaos. Pretty much many people lost everything. Millions and millions, tens of millions. People like him. That was a difficult life, but eventually he picked me up when my mother abandoned me. At the age of 3 months, my biological mother has decided that I'm a burden, and he just threw me out. So he picked me up, really not expecting anything, really expecting that I would die really quickly, because I was not in the good health. I really wasn't. However, I did survive. I became a healthy adult, and my life became his life. I'm the only one left standing here of my whole bloodline. So he did love me dearly, and I did love him back. It was never enough. It was kind of even an obsession, because it was really the only person I've been attached to. And he taught me many things, but among those things he taught me an engineering way of thinking. He taught me to not be afraid to love what I do love, really. What I do really love are the things that require abstract thinking and precise calculations, which is mathematics, which is physics, which is electronics, which is eventually computer science, as a logical development of my inclinations. So let's say it like that. So why it's so important? It's because mostly in the school, in the community, among your peers, those things, those inclinations towards hard science are seen as nerdy, are seen as pathetic, and mathematics and physics, the hard sciences in school, are universally seen as most hated subjects, as something that no one wants to do, as something no one wants to even exist, as something everyone is forced to do simply because it's there, but something no one really likes. I always felt like the only person who would really read that and understand the beauty of it and want to learn more. I was shunned for that even by teachers, not to mention, let alone kids and everyone. Yeah, of fucking course. So my grandpa was the only person who would be there for me and support me and help me sit with me and learn those things, sit with me and explain something that is not in the handbook, something that's beyond. Sit with me and discuss some questions, some interesting topics that I have read, and some kind of book that I found. We did talk for hours and hours and days about those precise things. As a guy with engineering background, he did understand up to a university uh, level what's there in those formulas, and he would help me. But most importantly, he supported me morally. At the age of 75, he died. He died. He was already blind for about 2 or 3 years due to glaucoma. He was already his body was really falling apart, but his mind was sharp as always. Over the course of my collapse, he unfortunately had to witness that. He unfortunately had to be there and tell me encouraging things. Tell me that it's not yet all over. Tell me that I shouldn't really kill myself. Yeah, when I asked him in despair, knowing that my life is collapsing and that everything is going to be worse than before, infinitely worse than before. I asked him, should I really continue? And he told me that yes. I asked myself whether I'm really an asshole, a rat, a horrible person who did unforgivable things. Because I did horrible things, really. Yeah, I asked him what I'm gonna do. He told me that he doesn't think I'm a rat. That he doesn't think I'm a horrible person. He thinks I should. I did what I could have done, and that I should keep going. That was one of the last calls we had, and yes, I did keep going. I did keep going. I did keep going. And at the moment I did crawl out of the bottomest pit of my life. I did crawl out of homelessness. I did crawl out of being completely good for nothing, unemployed, bum, disaster. I got kinda a little bit back on track. Not at all comparable to what it used to be. But just a little bit. All thanks to him. He's gone now. He's gone. He's never going back. I will never call him. I will never ask him what he is thinking about this or that. I will never ask questions, most important questions that I had in mind for for when we will be. For when we will meet up. We did not meet up. It was not really physically possible due to many reasons. It was too dangerous. We did not see each other again. And we will not ever see each other again. That's how I realize that life is the most valuable. I cannot afford to. And now despite all hardships, I now cannot afford to even die. I cannot afford to even disappear. I should keep going. I must somehow keep going despite being in a really difficult predicament. Really fucking difficult. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you for everything. I'm not sure whether I will make it or not. But I want you to see me happy. Somehow, so I'm not happy at all. Thank you, Grandma, for the upbringing, for all the effort you put in.